Hi, good evening. Today I gonna talk about today's dinner. So today I ate shells. So with baked shells. How do I say in English? Uh, I baked shell with butter and soy sauce because yesterday my wife was presented uh, shell by her friend, and but actually she didn't know how to cook it because so, so I was born I was born in a town where is on the sea, so that's why I'm very the shells were very popular to eat in my hometown, and I know how to cook them. But actually, she she was born in the town where there is no sea, so that's why she does not know how to cook it. So bake before bake the shell, we have to remove sands from the shell inside, and after that we have to cook. So because if we bake it we bake it without removing sands, we would feel very bad because of if I bite the shell, I found it there's a lot of I found that I would find that there is a lot of sand inside. So and that feel very uncomfortable, and sometimes I was injured because of the hard sand or small stones. So that's why that is very important to remove sand from shell. And how do I'll tell you how do we remove sand from shell. It is very important. So before bake them, we should put them into our water with salt, and after that, and then the shells start to um, start to start to prolong prolong extend their uh, their the nose, or their I don't know how to say English, uh, their like nose, and start to push sand from their body, and that is very easy to way to remove sand from their body, and that is very popular. So but the knowledge is not unfamiliar for the people who was born in the town where it's not located around the sea. So that's why I I'm very rare to cook. I'm very rarely cook. But today is my turn to cook the shells. But cooking, but actually the cooking shells is very easy, and because only I have to do is to put the shells in the nabe in the just a minute please. I'm looking up to the word nabe in the so I only have to do is put the shells into the pans pans and start to bake with fire, and the only the only seasoning is butter and soy sauce. After that, until the shells open their shell, the shells open their shells, and that is the sign to be able to cook, eat to be able to eat. That's all, and that is that is the only I have to do to cook shells, and after that, uh, we put the shells, baked shells into the on the plate, and that's all. And today the evening, I and my wife and my son started to eat it, but my son couldn't eat them because the taste is bad for my son, and or he found some sand was in there, so that's why my son didn't eat them and threw it out from their mouth, from his mouth. So, but actually, I thought I found that the taste was very good, and my wife enjoyed eating them. So, it was very curious for me. The taste is not for the small children, and so and when I wonder when he can eat, when he would when he will be able to eat them. So that is my curiosity for me, and sometimes my mother says that the tongue is tongue is always changing by their age, by people's age. And for example, for me, I love to eat something sweet, but sweet once. But recently, it's hard to me eat a lot of sweet thing, cause I think my tongue changed at all, and I become to dislike to eat something sweet. So that is very curious for me, and so the log 4 is I want to know the log 4 or the story is not true or not. So, and as well as, well, so but in my case, I can't I became I have become be enabled to eat shrimps because of allergy. Last video, I said I have allergy to the allergy of flowers, but I also have allergy of shrimps. But when I was a child, I could eat them. But when I was university student, I was a university student. I became not to eat the shrimps, and if I ate them, I started to feel itchy, my skin, and my uh, my respiration, it became difficult to breathe, and I feel some disorder of respiration. So that is very hard for me, because I like to eat shrimps, but I can't. So that is current problem for me. But apart from shrimps, I can eat crabs, and also, of course, shells. So that is that so I think that is my relief for me for about the eating something and as a hobby or as a liking, so my other preference. So that's all. Goodbye.